Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Low Rollers. My name's Trey.
My name is Brian, and because they do bad things to Ultramarines, I'm playing Dark Angels now.
Well, there you go.
And I'm RJ. Okay.
I want to preface this by saying that if I sound different than usual, I just spilled Tamiya all over my desk. It's very strong.
He hasn't been high for a while, so he decided that's the best way to do it.
Right.
You know, I never did drugs in high school or anything. I got drunk, but I never did drugs. But every once in a while, you know, get some markers and using permanent markers too much and don't realize when you're trying to fill out a whiteboard. Woo!
Little bit of Tamiya under the nostril every once in a while will be okay.
Yeah, just huff it up, you know.
That's how I get rid of my sinus problems.
So last week we talked about the data slate, and we had to cut poor Brian short so that we could talk about the data slate because it took a while. But
well, to be fair, I did a lot of talking.
I mean, that's true, but we needed to hear about the Space Marines. But he had the tournament results that we didn't get to cover last week. And so,
or the week before.
Or the week before.
Technically, we haven't covered results in a month now.
So it seemed like a good time to just go ahead and do them all.
Sure.
So, Brian, some of these are going to be from before the data slate and some will be after, right? Are you going to specify for us?
Yeah. Basically, I will go back to the last time we did them, to be honest, was the last results we went over was the last results of June.
Okay.
So, what we'll have here is, and there's a much longer list because there's a whole bunch of tournaments that are less than 50 players, and I have a website that will tell me that. But in essence of time, I've cut, for some of the older ones, I've cut those out, and I just got the ones that are 50 or more going forward, just to see.
Yeah.
What's happened. Now, this will go all the way back to the weekend of July 4th.
Oh, okay.
And that's where we're starting here. And we're going to start with the Shark Tank Winter 2026. It was a 5-round, 64-player tournament in Crow's Nest, New South Wales, Australia.
Okay.
And this was, again, this is well before the first change. Number 4 on the list was Thousand Suns with the Sector cohort and Warpforged Cabal.
Nice.
Which this is definitely before they changed the Secretary cohort. But anyway, it's a priority assets, and even though they finished in 4th place, I thought their list was kind of interesting because it's so short. The list consisted of a Demon Prince of Zeech with wings, an Exalted Sorcerer on disc, 3 Defilers, 2 Mauler Fiends, and 3 4-man Secretary robots. Okay. That's it.
But they're not taking 3 4-mans anymore.
Nope, they are not. Number 3 was the Tal Empire with the Montca and Purge. Number 2, a Gene Stealer Montca. We got a sighting of a Gene Stealer cult. They actually went 5-0 in this tournament, but they didn't place beat the number 1 person, so they ended up second with the Outlander Claw and Pure Strain Bloodswarm.
Okay.
Which is a recon detachment, is what they chose. And number 1, say it with me, it was the evil, dark, dirty, darn Necrons. And the Awakened Dynasty taken hold. Their list was a Catacomb Command Barge, a Royal Warden, Satan Shard of the Void Dragon, 3 6-man Canoptic Wraths, or 6 robot Canoptic Wraths, with a Technomancer attached, a Canoptic Reanimator, and a Locust Lord with 3 heavy destroyers.
So one thing before you move on that we didn't talk about last week for Necrons is the Catacomb Command Barge has Noble now. They were using it before that change, but now it can count for all of your Noble keyword tagged stuff in Obeisance Phalanx, which is very cool.
It should have had it before because it runs just like an Overlord.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okie dokie. Moving on to the Western Wisconsin Wargaming Weekend. I brought this one back way back then because it's the first time I saw Space Wolves make the top 4 because this was only a 5-round, only 26 players. It was in Eclair, Wisconsin. It was in July 4th weekend. Space Wolves were 4th. They finished 4-1 with Saga of the Great Wolf and Veterans of the Fang. That's a take and hold detachment. List is Logan Grimnar with 5 Wolfguard Terminators. Which this weekend met an ugly fate to 10 Infernus Marines belonging to somebody's Dark Angels. But anyway, a Wolfguard battle leader with 6 Wolfguard head takers. Iron Rockfist with 10. Yep, with a 10-man Wolfguard Terminator. Bjorn the Fell-Handed, 2 10-man Grey Hunters, a 5-man Fenrisian Wolves or 5-dog Fenrisian Wolves, a Land Raider Redeemer, and a Repulsor Executioner.
Okay. So what the listeners don't know is that I'm going to have to change my avatar from a Blood Angel World Eater to a Space Wolf World Eater because I have fallen in love with playing Space Wolves as of last week.
Yes, you did.
But yes,
it's like the first time you beat me in quite some time.
Logan got absolutely roasted. Squad of
I'm pretty sure it was the 13 ones you rolled.
Yeah, but
is
still
was roasted your. Not so much the fact I hit you 24 times, but I think you failed most of them.
That'll change. They'll change it to be 3 attacks instead of D6.
I think it was only like 40 something, 42 attacks.
They'll change it.
Yep. Number 3 was Dark Angels, Company of Hunters and Dark Flight Pursuit, which we'll only hear more of that as we get closer to the change.
I'm sure.
A Recon Detachment. Number 2 was Orcs with a Freebooter crew and Mordaka with Take and Hold. And number 1, first time I've seen this in any list, which is why I have this on this small little player, Astra Militarum.
Cool.
They ran the Recon element, which again was reconnaissance, shockingly. Their list was Acadian Castellan with a Canadian command squad, not Canadian, but it could be just the same. Canadian Army and the Canadians are just the same militarily. Command squad attached to a 20-man Canadian shock troops, 2 Militarum Tempestus command squads with a 10-man Tempestus Scions.
Yep. Scions are so good.
Yep. 1 Gaunt's Ghost. Never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a cool unit.
Okay. Lord Marshal Dreyer, Ogren Bodyguard, Ursula Creed, a 20-man Death Corps Krieg, 3 10-man Cadian Recon squads, 3 Ketchikan Heavy Weapon Squad, 2 5-man, 2 5-man Krieg Combat Engineers, and 2 Krieg Heavy Weapon Squads, and 1 Scout Sentinel.
Hey,
which ones did I mispronounce?
I'm not trying to get this taken to OnlyFans or something, but I just want everybody to know I spilled glue everywhere, and now there's glue on my toes.
You can buy pictures to help support our website, and we'll link that. We'll link that to you later. But moving on, Beach Class Major 2026, 5 rounds, 49 players in Wangels, Germany.
Ooh.
Space Marines. First time we've mentioned Space Marines in a while, but you know who it is? It's Salamanders.
Nice.
Forge Father Seekers in the Librarius Conclave before the Great Purge of Librarius, and it was purged. In fact, all 4 of these ran Purge, which is kind of funny. Number 3 is Orcs, the Big Hunt, Rolling Death, Purge.
Adeptus really?
Yeah, yep. Adeptus Custodes, Lions of the Emperor, Might of the Mortoi, Purge.
Very nice.
And then for the last time before the change, Tau Empire, Advanced Acquisition Cadre, Retaliation Cadre, which you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
And it was Purge. And it was a Commander Farsight with 3 Crisis Fire Knife battlesuits, Commander in Enforcer battlesuit with 3 Crisis Fire Knife battlesuits, 2 Commanders in Cold Star battlesuits with 3 Crisis Starsight battlesuits, a Dark Strider, the Twin Lance, a Ghost Kill battlesuit, 2 Hammerhead gunships, 3 10-man Pathfinder teams, 2 stealth battlesuit units, and a 5-man Despot Stingwings.
Solid list.
Dreammaker GT 5 rounds, 50 players. Lackland, Florida. Drukari was 4th. Exhibition of Slaughter, the Sky Splinter Assault within Recon. Number 3, 1,000 Suns, Sekitar Cohort, Forge Cabal, and they didn't say which one they ran. There was option of priority assets and disruption. Number 2, Space Marines, still not Ultramarines, because this was Iron Hands and the Hammer of Avernai.
Hammer of Avernai.
Or Gurney, sorry.
Gurney, yeah.
And Liberia's Conclave, they too didn't say whether they ran priority assets or recon. And again, 2 out of the 3 this weekend, Astra Militarum. With Designation Force and Siege Regiment.
I do not recommend you spill glue all over your desk. I'm just throwing that out there.
It must be bad if that's like the 4th time he's told us that.
Yeah, I'm feeling really weird, boys. Just want you to know.
All right. Again, those pictures can be bought to help survive. The list here was Cadian Castellan with Cadian Command Squad with Cadian Shock Troops. Okay. 2 times Militarum Tempestus Command Squad with Tempestus Scions. Another Gaunt's Ghost. Lord Marshal Dreyer and Ogren Bodyguard.
Dreyer?
Yep.
They brought Dreyer and won?
Yep.
He's way overcosted. That's awesome.
Yeah, Ogren Bodyguard, Ursula Creed, 20-man Death Corps Krieg, 2 10-man Cadian Recon, 3 Ketchikan. Catachan, Heavy Weapon Squad, 1 5-man Death Riders, 2 Krieg Combat Engineers, 2 Heavy Weapon Squad, 2 Krieg Heavy Weapon Squad, and 1 Scout Sentinel. Again.
One day they will update my Catachan.
Okay, that was the Dream Maker.
You would probably play Catachan, Brian. They're Rambo guys.
Rambo guys?
Out in the jungles, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, we're fine. We're almost done with July 4th weekend. 2 more. We got the Ironveld Warhammer 40K Grand Tournament, 5 rounds, 6 8 players in Wakefield, Massachusetts, in the good old US of A. What a great way to celebrate July 4th weekend by playing Warhammer, by playing the English game. Number 4 and number 3 were the Tau Empire. The 4th one was Experimental Prototype Cadre and Kayon with priority assets. And number 3 was Montka with Purge. Number 2 was Drukari with Exhibition of Drukari. I'm sorry. Good Lord. I'm talking too fast. Drukari and Exhibition of Slaughter and Sky Splinter Assault, which seems to be what they run with Recon. And number 1, Orcs, Green Tide, Tactical Brigade, Taking Hold. This was a small list. Yep. Gazgul Faraka, 3 Big Boss, 3 Bane Boys, 1 War Boss, Wazdaka Guspak, 4 20-man boys, a 10-man boys, 2 5-man Storm Boys, 1 10-man Gretchen or 11 Gretchen, and 1 10-man Commando.
Wow.
And the last one for the July 4th weekend was Path to Glory, Topin 2026, 5 rounds, 182 players in Bourgeois, Jalais, Francais.
You got it.
Somewhere in France. Chaos Demons, Legions of Excess and Warp Tide, priority assets. Those big, dark, dirty Necrons, Cursed Legion, and Sky Shroud Spearhead. Yes, RJ?
Legion of Darkness?
Did I say that? I said Cursed Legion.
What was when you said demons, what was the 2?
I'm sorry. Legion of Excess and Warp Tide.
Okay.
He did not take Shadow Legion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Necrons was Cursed Legion and Sky Shroud Spearhead, which is Purge. Got an Aldari sighting. Got some elves out there. Played Armored Warhost and Seer Council. And number 1 was, again, Mordaka Dread Mob Orcs.
Yeah.
And this one had a list of 3 Big Mech with shock attack guns with 10 Ludas, Big Mech with 6 Tank Busters, Mazrug Scragbad.
Yeah, you got it.
Wazdaka Gutsmack, 1 11-man Gretchen, 3 trucks, 2 Big Mech Daka rigs, 2 5-man Flash Kits, 3 5-man Storm Boys, and 1 6-man Tank Busters.
Very nice.
Moving on to the weekend of the 11th of July. We've got War Master Bucharest. 6 rounds, 48 players in Bucharest, Romania. Number 4 was Leagues of Otan. Delve Assault and Hearthguard Covenant.
Okay.
Priority assets. Thousand Suns, which I don't think you can do this anymore. Hexwarp Thorlband and Ritual of Regeneration. Is Hexwarp the one they changed to 3?
I will double check, but
yeah, while you're checking, check that for
right here. Hexwarp is the one they changed to 3, yes.
Yeah, so you can't do that anymore. Taken Hold. Number 2 was Necrons, Pantheon of Woe. They just ran that, nothing else, even though at the time was a 2-point list. And in my notes it says
3.
2 points. Oh, it's 3? Okay, well,
Let me double check. I got it right here.
What is it?
Pantheon of Woe, is that 2 or 3, RJ?
They're 3, I believe.
Okay.
Pantheon is 2.
2. Okay, well,
Pantheon
should
he
not be
decided the person that won it, got second, decided that Pantheon of Woe didn't need a 1-point detachment.
Golly,
and
in hand.
Yep. And had ran Purge, and then number 1 again, Thousand Suns, Hex Warp, Thorlband, and Secretary Cohort, which you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
So this list of Taken Hold was disposition was 2 sorcerers with a 5-man Rubric Marines, a sorcerer and Terminator with 10-man Scarab Occult Terminators. Good old Magnus, Zangor Shaman, 3 4-man Secator robots, 2 3-man Zangor Enlightened, 1 3-man Zangor Enlightened with Fatecaster Great Bows.
Nice.
Then we had a biggie in Tacoma. 40K Warhammer. Warhammer 40K Grand Tournament Warhammer open. 516 players, Tacoma, Washington. In case you didn't know who won. Number 4 was Space Wolves. Legends of Saga and Song and Saga of the Great Wolf.
Yes, that's the combo right there.
Yep, Taken Hold. Number 3, Emperor's Children. Carnival Excess, Frenzied Host.
Yep.
Priority Assets was the disposition. 2, Orcs, Cult of Speed, and more DACA.
Yeah.
And number 1, who I believe beat number 2, I think 1 played 2 in this. Orcs, Green Tide, and the Tactical Brigade with Taken Hold. And the winning list had Gazgul Thraka, Big Boss, Pain Boy with 20 boys, 2 War Boss, two units of a War Boss, Big Boss, Pain Boy with 20 boys, Wazducka Gudsmack, 2 20-man boys, 1 5-man Storm Boys, 1 10-man Gretchen with Runted, and 1 10-man Commando.
That's a pretty good list. Probably be a little more expensive now, but
yep. Then we're moving on. Let's see here. Was that Palm Springs? I didn't do a very good job of. Yeah, I think this is on to the next one. All right. Where were you? Sorry about it. I'm a little lost here.
Did you also spill glue all over your desk?
No, I didn't separate out the dates, and I'm feeling a little dumb for that. Anyway, moving on. You okay?
I'm good. Let's keep going.
Okay. Historicon 40K Road to Nova, 5 round, 60 players, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Number 4, Tau Empire with the Montclaw detachment and Purge the disposition. Adeptus Custodes, Lions of the Emperor and Might of the Mortoi. Necrons, Star Shatter Arsenal.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. Priority assets was that disposition. The Adeptus Custodes had the option of disruption or purge. I'd assume they went purge, but didn't say. And then number 1, the something you can't do anymore, Thousand Suns, Hex Warp Thorband. Or is that the one you can't do?
It's Hex
Warp. No, Ritual Regeneration.
Oh, yeah.
Taken Hold. 2 Infernal Masters with 5-man rubrics with Warp Flamers. 1 Sorcerer with a 5-man Rubric Marine with Warp Flamers. Sorcerer and Terminator Armor with 10-man Scarab Occult Terminators. Yeah. Old One-Eye, the Red. A Defiler. 2 3-man Zangor Enlightened. 1 3-man Zangor Enlightened with Fatecaster Great Bows.
I know what you mean when you say Old One-Eye, the Red, but my first thought was to Old One-Eye, the Tyranid character.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. How did they get away with
that? And Bordeaux Open, 5 rounds, 85 players. In Bordeaux, Francois. 4th place and 3rd place. Thousand Suns, 1 with Secatar. And 3rd place was Secatar and Hex Warp. 4th place was Ritual Regeneration and Hex Warp. And they did Purge and Priority Assets. Number 2.
You want your favorite armies to not be top of the meta because they get played too much and the GW hits them.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, notice I haven't mentioned Ultramarines once, and yet they still got hit.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Imperial Knights with Dominus Foe Breakers.
Yeah.
And Gate Warden Lance. And number 1 was Orcs. Again, Cult of Speed, more DACA. And this list had a Zodgrod Wartsnaga with a 10-man Gretchen, a big mech with shock attack gun with 10 Ludas, 2 mechs, a Wazdaka Gutsmack, 3 3-man Warbikers,
Nice.
2 trucks, 2 big mech Dakka rigs, 3 6-man Defcopters, 2 10-man Flash Kits, 10-man Gretchen, and a custom Booster Blaster.
Sorry, Brian. I'll let you get away with Sororitas, but I will not let you get away with Defcopter. Those are Defcopters.
Sorry, Defcoptus. London Open. 6 rounds, 40 players. I think we're on to the weekend after that.
Okay.
London, England. Number 4, Emperor's Children. You know the drill. Carnival Excess, Frenzied Host.
Yeah.
Priority Assets. Number 3, Space Marines, Salamanders, Forge Father Seekers, Librarius. Number 2, Necron, Awakened Dynasty, Taken Hold. Number 1, Space Marines, Salamanders, who, by the way, didn't get hit at all. Forge Fathers and Librarius. Purge. The list consisted of a Librarian with 10 Infernus Marines, a Librarian with the formerly Fusillade enhancement with 10 Stern Guard Vets, which is now pointless. Not pointless, but kind of. A Librarian in Terminator armor with 10 Terminators, Vulcan Histan, 2 5-man Inferno Squad, a Land Speeder, a Repulsor, Scout Squad, and 3, count them 3, 3-man Suppressor Squads.
Wow.
Yeah. And just so you know, you won't see a Librarian with a Fusillade. At least I don't know why you do it. Librarian with the Fusillade with 10 Stern Guard Vets, because Fusillade now is lethal hits instead of crits on 5s and 6s against creatures, against monsters and vehicles, and Stern Guard have dev wounds against your Oath of Moment, which will go away anyway. But
Fusillade's not just for ranged, right?
I checked that. I think it might be.
If it's not, a Librarian with a squad of Assault Intercessors.
Let me just check.
For lethal hits, you just wail on them.
Edit. Let's just do that. And where are you, Librarius Conclave?
I can look it up.
Sure.
You keep going.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I can.
You've got all the information tonight. I'll look it up.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. The Goonhammer 2026.
Can't trust him.
Presented by Gaming Under the Ice. 6 rounds, 53 players in Winnipeg, Canada. Number 4 was Tyranids with the Invasion Fleet, taken hold. Number 3 was the Drukhari, Exhibition of Slaughter and Sky Splinter Assault.
Nice.
Necrons, this time with Cursed Legion and Sky Shroud Spearhead. And number 1, say it with me, Salamanders, Forge Fathers, and Librarius. And this unit had, this list had Vulcan Histan, 5 Infernus Marines, a captain with 5 Infernus Marines, I'm sorry, captain with Gravis armor with 6 aggressors, an Adrax Agatone with 6 Blade Guard veterans, a Librarian with 10-man Infernus Marines, a Librarian with Fusillade or Fusillade, depending on what part of English you speak, if you're from England or from here. With 10-man Stern Guard veterans, 5-man Intercessor Squad, an Assault Intercessor Squad with Jump Pack, 5-man Infernus Marine, 2 Land Raider Redeemers, and 1 Outrider Squad for some reason.
I do think the Librarius nerf will also hurt Salamanders quite a bit. But also Adrax and Vulcan are just incredible characters already.
That they actually made cheaper, didn't they?
Yes, and the attachment that they have is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, they just switch it to running speeders instead, but...
Yep. Okay.
Also, I have a clarification. Fusillade is ranged only.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Palm Springs Classic. 6 rounds, 122 players in Palm Springs, California. Number 4, we have an appearance from the Grey Knights.
Ooh.
Warpbane Task Force and Purge. Number 3, we have an appearance from the Chaos Space Marines.
Nice.
Murder Talon Raiders and Veterans of the Long War.
That should make you happy. That's Night Lords.
Yep. Emperor's Children, Court of the Phoenician and Frenzied Host. And number 1, Chaos Space Marines, Renegade Raiders, Recon disposition. And you'll hear Huron Blackheart with the Masters of Maelstrom with 5 chosen.
Yep.
Lord of Discordant on Hellstalker. Yep. Bastor the Arcaphane.
Disco Lord.
Warpsmith, a 10-man cultist mob, 2 rhinos, a 3-man chaos biker, a defiler, 5-man raptors, 1 red Corsairs raider, 1 10-man trader guardsman, and 2 6-man noise marines.
Okay.
And then I think we are into, this is not the 24th and 25th. Or maybe it is. Sorry, just trying to keep track here. Yeah, the HEEYAW, HEEYAW 2026, 7 rounds, 80 players out of Kylene, Texas.
Okay.
Number 4, Dark Angels with the Unforgiven Task Force and Librarius taking hold. Drukari, Exhibition of Slaughter and Sky Splinter Assault, Recon. Chaos Space Marines, Cabal of Chaos and Fellhammer Siege Host.
Okay.
Taking hold. And number 1, Orcs, Green Tide and the Tactical Brigade taking hold. Grazgul Thraka with a big boss, a pain boy and 20 boys. 2 units of a war boss with a pain boy and 20 boys. Zodgrod Wartsnaga with 20 Gretchen. Boss Snickerot. Then there's 3 20-man boys, 1 5-man store boys, and 1 10 commandos.
Okay.
The Edinburgh 40K Super Major out of Edinburgh, Scotland. 8 rounds, 222 players. Number 4, Tau Empire, the prototype cadre. Kroot Hunting Pack.
Okay.
They either had priority assets or taken hold. Didn't say which one.
Love to see some Kroot representation.
Yep. Chaos Demons was 3rd with Plague Legions and Warp Tide taking hold. Number 2, Tyranids Invasion Fleet taking hold. And number 1, Dark Angels, Inner Circle Task Force, and the Librarius Conclave. Priority assets. Had my man Azrael with a lieutenant with 10-man intercessor. 2 librarians and Terminator, 2 sets of librarians and Terminator armors with a 5-man Deathwing Knights. A librarian with the Inner Circle Companions. Librarian with the Fusillade with 10-man Stern Guard. A lieutenant with combi weapon. Invader ATV, 2 land speeders, and 2 5-man scouts.
Okay. I'm trying to save like my big thoughts until you finish the before Dataslate ones.
Okay, well, I got one more because they're up to 724. That would be the weekend right when the weekend literally right before, or is it right before? No, it was the weekend. Because didn't they do the Dataslate the week before, the 19th?
I think so, and I think some places just waited to use it till after their tournament was over.
Some of these did, some of these didn't. I think I made a note, but we'll find out. I know the first couple did not. This is the Boise Cup, 5 rounds, 79 players out of Boise, Idaho. Number 4 is Adeptus Custodes, Lions of the Emperor, Might of the Mortoi, taking hold. Leagues of Votan was 3rd. Hearthguard Covenant and Needguard Oathband. Priority assets. Thousand Suns was 2nd. Rubikai Phalanx taking hold.
Yeah.
And number 1 was Free Orcs, Freebooter Crew, and more DACA taking hold.
Freebooters.
List of Gazgul Thraka with 5-man Meganobs. Zodgrod Wartsaga with 20 Gretchen. Big Mech with Shock Attack Gun with 1 Pain Boy. And 1 6-man Tank Busters.
Okay.
A Big Mech with Shock Attack Gun. Boss Snickerot. Pain Boy. Wazdaka Gutsmack. 2 trucks. 2 Big Mech Docker rigs, a 10-man Flash Gits, 10-man Gretchen with Run Third, and a 6-man Tank Busta. The Warhammer 40K Rope Con, and I know I'm not pronouncing it correct because it's out of someplace I can't pronounce in Finland.
Okay.
Usima, UUSIMAA. 5 rounds, 91 players. 4th place, Inner Circle Task Force. Fourth place, Dark Angels, Inner Circle Task Force Librarius.
Okay.
Priority assets. Number 3, Necrons, Awakened Dynasty, Taken Hold. Number 2, Salamanders, Forge Father Seekers, Librarius, Purge. Number 1, Orcs, Cult of Speed, Mordaka, Disruption. This list was Zodgrad Wartsaka with 10-man Gretchen, Big Mech Daka, Big Mech with Shock Attack Gun with 10-man Lutas, 2 mechs, somebody took, that's all they said, 2 mechs. I don't quite know what that was. Wazdaka Gutsmack, 3 times 3 war bikes, 2 trucks, 2 Big Mech Daka rigs, 3 Death Coptas, 2 10-man Flash Kits, 10-man Gretchen, and 2 War Tracks.
Okay.
The Chimera Gaming Warhammer 40K Grand Tournament, 6 rounds, 71 players, Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Tyranids, Subterranean Assault, Disruption. Aldari again, that's the second time we've mentioned them.
Yeah.
Armored War Host and the Spirit Conclave. Drukari, say it with me, Exhibition of Slaughter, Sky Splinter Assault.
Yeah.
Reconnaissance. And number 1, let's hear it. Go ahead and howl. Space Wolves.
Ooh.
Legends of Saga and Song, Saga of the Great Wolf.
That's the combo.
And this guy had Arak. Thank you. Rockfist with a 10-man Wolfguard Terminators. Logan Grimnar with 10-man Terminators. Captain in Terminator Armor with 10-man Wolfguard Terminators. Bjorn the Fell-Handed, a lieutenant with combi weapon. 5-man Infiltrator Squad, and 1 Land Raider Redeemer.
Very nice.
The Northern Maelstrom 2026 Warhammer 40K GT, 6 rounds, 132 players, out of Medina, Minnesota. My girls, the Adeptus Sororitas. Number 4, Bringers of Flame, Sacred Champions, priority assets. Number 3, Freebooter Orcs, Freebooter Crew, and Mordaka, taken hold. Number 2, Dark Angels, Wrath of the Rock, priority assets. Number 1, Space Marines, Salamanders, Forge Fathers, Librarius. This didn't say who was grouped with what, but you can probably figure it out. Adrax Agatone, Captain in Gravis Armor, Librarian in Terminator Armor. I'm going to assume he's with the 10-man Terminator Squad.
That'd be my guess.
Yep. Vulcan Histan, he was probably with the Blade Guard Veteran, which there's a 6-man squad of.
Yeah.
6-man Aggressor Squad, which I'm going to guess is with the Captain in Gravis Armor. Or one of the 2 3-man Eradicators, 2 5-man Infernus Marines, 2 Land Raider Redeemers, and a Scout Squad.
And this is still before.
Yes. Well, this is the weekend, the first weekend as them. So, I believe this one, actually is the Battle of the East, Bury, St. Edmunds, England, 7 rounds, 86 players.
Okay.
This will be the last one. I think this one is because the Dark Angels ran Company of Hunters and Dark Flight Arsenal.
Okay.
No Librarius. That was what number 1 was. Number 4 was Thousand Suns with the Grand Coven. So again, there's no of the 2 that we've been seeing. They ran Grand Coven with priority assets.
Right.
Your former loves, I guess you need to sell all your Blood Angels. They finished 3rd with the Liberator Assault Group.
Still running lag.
Yeah. Huh?
Lag. That's Liberator Assault Group.
LAG. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying lag like I'm lagging out.
No.
Taken hold. Number 2, Adeptus Custodes, Lions of the Emperor, the Mortoi, taken hold. And again, Dark Angels with the Company of Hunters, Dark Flight Arsenal. That is the one that's for the Raven Wing and all the speeders.
Yeah.
Reconnaissance. It's got Azrael with a 6-man Inner Circle Companion. Samuel with Raven Wing Command Squad. This is why I think this one was after, because nobody was bringing Samuel until after the change.
Right.
With a Raven Wing Command Squad and 1 3-man Outrider. In fact, I know this is because before the change, Raven Wing Command Squad had a leader keyword, and after it has the support. So you couldn't run both together. So now you can.
I got you.
This had the Lion, 5-man Intercessor Squad, 2 Land Speeders, 3 Land Speeder Vengeances, a 3-man Raven Wing Black Knight, Ravenwing Dark Shroud, and 2 5-man scout squads, and 1 Storm Speeder Thunderstrike. That is the last one before we get to this weekend, which is all new. So thoughts.
Okay. So RJ, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first. That's fine.
Okay. I think it's really interesting that in none of that did we hear Death Guard. In none of that did we hear Chaos Knights. In none of that did we hear Tyranids. In none of that did we hear Black Templars. We didn't hear Adeptus Mechanicus. We didn't hear Death Watch. We heard everything else. Of course, we didn't hear Imperial Agents. Well, I meant just like for the divergence, all the ones that have their own codexes. Like we didn't hear White Scars either. But
no, right.
There was one Tyranid.
There was one Tyranid. Okay,
yeah, there was one Tyranid.
That's a lot of factions, and no World Eaters, of course. That's a lot of factions that got no representation before this data slate, and I'm really curious to see how much that changes post data slate.
Well, we can begin with the Ragnarok.
Did you have thoughts real quick, RJ?
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, RJ.
Well, most of the stuff that I've seen hit the top of that, I think the data slate hit really hard. So as much as, yes, they didn't touch the salamanders in themselves, they screwed with the detachment that they've been taking. So I think you might see them drop a little bit just because their detachment's not
they hit Librarius
the same
hard
anymore. So they'll run Lord of the Forge, and then they'll run who knows what else. I don't know what else they're going to run.
I think it'll be Fulgurus for the speeders.
Probably. So they'll start being less just kill, and more running like priority assets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, they hit the Librarius Conclave, which affected some things, but I think of all the Space Marine armies, the Salamanders were the least affected by that because they weren't shooting they brought it along obviously for extra monster killing ability, but I don't think Sternguard was important to Salamanders as they were to Ultramarines.
No.
Yeah, but were the Librarian detachment stratagems?
Yeah, they're more expensive now.
Also, don't forget, Brian, that Librarius was very handy for White Scars as well. And I think White Scars are going to be pretty low for this because they didn't have a lot going for them beforehand.
Right.
And I think what we will see instead is if they're still taking Librarius with Salamanders, it will just be for movement for aggressors. There's not even a Gravis Librarian, so you can't. So it'll just be maybe Fusillade on Intercessors in Pyromancy to give them sustained as well.
Yeah, that could be. But. All right. Well, post data slate, since this has been so long, we've had so many. This is mostly again over 50. There's some tournaments that were in the 30s. So we'll start off in Rothbury, Michigan at the Ragnarok GT 2026. That was this weekend. 6 rounds, 68 players. Number 4, Tau Empire with the experimental prototype Kadra and Kion.
Okay.
Number 3, Leagues of Votan. Bless you.
Thank you.
Hearthguard Covenant and Needguard Oathband, priority assets. Number 2, Emperor's Children, Coterie of Conceited. And that's it. And priority assets. And number 1, Emperor's Children, Carnival Excess, and Frenzied Host.
Yeah, I expect we're going to see a lot of Emperor's Children because they didn't really get hit.
This list consisted of 2 units of Lord Exultants with 5 Infractors, a Lord Exultant with 5 Tormentors, Keeper of Secrets, 4 10-man Demonettes, a 5-man Tormentor squad, a Chaos Rhino, and 2 Defilers. This is an interesting... I double-checked this. This is interesting. The next one, the Salt City GT 40K Grand Tournament, 7 rounds, 100 players. This was in Syracuse, New York. That's about, 1,000 miles as a crow flies from Rothbury, Michigan?
Probably.
Number 4, Necrons, Cursed Legion, Sky Shroud Spearhead, Purge. Number 3, League of Otan, Hearthguard Covenant, Needguard Oathband, priority assets. Number 2, Dark Angels, Company of Hunters, Dark Flight Pursuit, Recon. Number 1, Emperor's Children, Carnival Excess, Frenzied Host. I'm not going to go over the list because it is exactly the same list as the person who won the Emperor's Children in Rothbury, Michigan, 1,000 miles away.
I don't know how you get around the Defiler problem either. They've
Exactly.
made them so bad, but they're still so good compared to everything else most Chaos armies can take.
I double checked a couple different websites, so but yeah, it was exactly the same one. So
the problem is, and RJ, you can back me up on this, you don't have anti-tank in your army other than the Defiler. So you have to take Defilers in Emperor's Children because you need anti-tank. And the Defilers are still so useful with how many guns they have that you're always going to take two.
Yeah, there's no way not to in Emperor's Children. We don't have anything else to take. I mean, we don't have the Forge Fiend or anything like that.
Yeah, you have no other guns, really. You're Noise Marines, and that's not what they're for.
Yeah, and you're better off. The Noise Marines are good at shooting, like, walkers and stuff. They're not good at shooting tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And in all honesty, I still probably would have a hard time shooting walkers and stuff unless they had a Lord Cacophonous with them.
Yeah.
So, some Flawless Blades might do it if you could pop a stratagem on them.
Yeah, right. Get them in there.
Okay, we have the Other Realms Battle for Brumageddon. I love that. This was a small one, but I just love that title. 5 rounds, 26 players out of Honolulu, Hawaii. But if it's going to call itself the Brumageddon, I'm putting it on the list.
Yeah, that's fair.
Number 4, Dark Angels with Wrath of the Rock, priority assets. Number 3, Necrons, Awakened Dynasty, taken hold. The real reason why I brought it up, number 2, was Astra Militarum with the Grizzled Company.
Yeah.
And number 1, say it again with me, 3 for 3, Emperor's Children, Coterie of the Conceited.
The Emperor's Children are going to be a problem.
This one is different a little bit. Got a Lord Exultant with a 10-man Infractor squad. 2 squads of a Lord Exultant with a 5-man Infractor squad. 2 Demon Princes with wings. Lucis the Eternal, 2 5-man Tormentors, a Chaos Rhino, only 1 Defiler, and 2 6-man Noise Marines. Moving on to the Ringkrieg. I don't know. Can't remember. It's been 30 years since I've taken German, so I don't know how to pronounce the DGE together. So this is a German word, Ringkrieg. 7 Castle Clash, 5 rounds, 50 players out of Bad Liebenzell, Germany. Bad, I would assume it's probably pronounced.
Probably.
Number 4, Leagues of Otan, Hearthguard Covenant, Mercenary Oathband, priority assets. Number 3, Bully Boys, Orcs with the Bully Boys and Equatorial Hordes. That's the first time I've seen that combination.
Interesting, yeah.
Purge. Number 2, you can scratch this off the list you just mentioned, Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay.
Lords of the Forge and Rad Zone Core. RJ. Priority assets. And number 1, Thousand Suns, Grand Coven. Priority assets. This was a Sorcerer with a 5-man Rubik Marine. Sorcerer and Terminator armor with 5 Scarab Occult Terminators. A Demon Prince with wings. Magnus the Red, a Sorcerer. 2 2-man Chaos Spawns, which is odd. Only 1 Defiler. 2 3-man Zangor Lightens with Fate Caster Bros.
Chaos Spawn are good. What do you mean?
No. The odd thing was just 1 Defiler.
Oh, yeah.
RJ, you're my Adeptus Mechanicus, man. What about Lords of the Forge and Rad Zone Corp?
That's those those detachments are actually exactly what I thought I would take if I was going to run them competitively.
Oh, okay.
So I was really happy to hear that those were the 2, because that's what I thought about running when I ran at Adeptus Mechanicus the first time in 11th edition. But I couldn't. I always feel so bad to run Rad Zone in casual. Because it's just like if you start running it and they start rolling bad and you start beating up on them, it's just kind of a kick in the teeth every time. So
I'll run it against our Chaos Demon player.
it won't do anything to him. Actually, it help him.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Force battle
okay.
shocks.
That's, in all honesty, I think if there's a Chaos Demon player at any of the events and Admech's running their best attachments, which I think is those two together, I think the Chaos Demon player probably kicks their tail every time because I'm giving them health back. I just
Oh, okay.
Helping them heal.
Shows you what I do and don't know about the Chaos Demons. Moving on. Your hobby place, Road to Nova, 5 rounds, 53 players in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay.
Number 4, Necrons, Cursed Legion, and Sky Shroud Spearhead, Purge. Speaking of Chaos Demons, number 3, Chaos Demons, Plague Legion, and Warp Tide, taking hold.
Wow.
Number 2, Tau Empire and the Retaliation Cadre, Purge. I think that's a change.
Yeah.
Retaliation used to be 2, now it's 3. Gene Stealer Cult, number 1.
Oh.
With Xenocreed Congregation and Xenocult Masses.
Yeah, that was another thing we didn't talk about last week. They dropped one of the keyword specific detachments in GSC to no longer have the keyword, and it was the cult one. So now you can run both the cult ones together.
Well, somebody did, and they ran a Patriarch with a 10-man Pure Stain Gene Stealers?
Pure Strain?
Per strain. I knew I was missing something. An R. Thank you. 2 Acolyte Icon Ward with a Biophagous with a 10-man Hybrid Metamorphosis.
Very nice.
Hybrid Metamorphs. Sorry. Benefictus with a 20-man Neophyte Hybrid
They
squad.
brought Benny?
Yep. An Acolyte Icon Ward with 20 Neophyte Hybrids. A Kelamorph.
Yeah.
2 Reductus Saboteurs.
Nice.
3 5-man Acolyte Hybrids, a Goliath Truck, 2 Achilles Ridge Runners, and 2 5-man Gene Stealers.
That's a fun list.
Okay. The Krefeld Major. Krefeld. It's in Krefeld, Germany, so I know I'm botching that one too. My German teacher would be shouting at me in German right now if she was still alive. 40K 2026. 5 rounds, 132 players. My girls are back. The Adepta Soriatis, Bringers of Flame, and the Chorus of Condemnation. Number 4.
Very nice. That Bringers of Flame change is really coming in handy already.
Yep. Number 3, Thousand Suns with the Grand Coven. They both ran priority assets, by the way.
Okay.
Number 2, Chaos Space Marines, the Cabal of Chaos, and the Veterans of the Long War. Taking hold.
Okay.
And number 1, give us your howl, please. Space Wolves.
Ooh.
Saga of the Great Wolf and Legends of Saga and Song.
That's the combo.
List. Logan Grimnar. Did you take your combo list against me?
That combo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. Logan Grimnar with a 10-man Wolfguard Terminator unit.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
But this is a short list.
Yeah.
Logan
Grimnar.
Grimnar.
I bet it is.
Logan Grimnar with a 10-man Wolfguard Terminators. A Wolf Reef with 6-man Head Takers.
Ooh.
A Captain Internal Armor with 10 Wolfguard Terminators.
Oh.
Bjorn the Fell-Handed. A 5-man Intercessor Squad. Your 5 Fenrisian Wolves.
Yeah.
1 Land Raider Redeemer. And 1 regular, leaderless, I should say, 1 leaderless 10-man Wolfguard Terminator Squad.
Yeah,
so you basically had 3 10-man Wolfguard Terminator Squads, a 6-man Head Taker, a 5-man Intercessor Squad, and their Wolves. Yeah. That's it.
See, that's definitely not the list I brought against you.
No, it was not. Then we had the Kent Major, 2026, 6 rounds, 78 players in Canterbury, England, I believe. Number 4 was the Chaos Demons, Blood Legion, and Warp Tide. Purge the Foe. Number 3, you'll like this one, not because of who it is, but what they ran. Tau Empire.
Okay.
Kroot Hunting Pack. Taking hold.
Just the hunting pack.
Just the hunting pack.
Wow. Okay.
Orcs ran was number 2, and they just ran Warhorde. taking hold.
Okay.
And number 1, Dark Angels, Company of Hunters, Dark Flight Pursuit. And this was a different list. 2 units of a Judiceer with 6-man inner circle companions.
Ooh.
Belial on his own. Lionel Johnson. Belial is the Deathwing Terminator.
Yeah.
Leader of the Deathwing, whatever
Deathwing
they
Knights.
are, but Deathwing Knights. But he's in Terminator armor. He may have. But there was no. Anyway, I'll continue on. Belial, the Lion, Samuel, 3 Landspeeders, 2 Landspeeder Vengeances, 2 3-man Ravenwing Black Knights, and 2 Stormspeeder Thunderstrikes.
Okay.
Didn't say if Samuel was with the Ravenwing, one of the 3-man Ravenwing Black Knights, or if they were all one big unit. The only one it said that had an attachment was the Judiceer with the 6-man inner circle companions.
Interesting.
I don't see Belial running any list.
Yeah.
Even if they're running Deathwing Knights. Sorry, Dark Knights. I always say that. My brain. But even if they're running with Deathwing Knights, because you don't. And so, yeah, it was a really interesting list. In Westminster, Colorado, my old childhood home, if you will, Denver, Colorado. Denver 40K Fight Club. 6 rounds, 81 players. Number 4, your Tyranids, Assimilation Swarm, and Talons of the North Queen.
Yeah,
Taking
North
hold.
Queen.
Yep. Number 3 and number 2, Chaos Demons. Number 3, Blood Legion, Cavalcade of Chaos, Purge the Foe. Number 2 was Plague Legion again, and Warp Tide, taking hold.
Crazy how little Shadow Legion we're seeing.
Yep. Number 1, Orcs, Equatorial Hordes, and Freebooter Crew, taking hold. And they got a Gazgul Thraka with a Pain Boy and 20 boys, a Big Boss with a Pain Boy and 20 boys, a War Boss with a Pain Boy and 20 boys, a Banner Knob with 10 Flash Kits. That's kind of funny. Wazducka Gutsmack, a Truck, 2 10-man Gretchen with Runtherd, and 1 10-man Commando Squad.
Interesting.
The Lone Star Open 2026. This is the last one on the list, guys.
Wow.
Out of Allen, Texas. 6 rounds, 327 players. Number 4, Imperial Knights.
Hey.
Gate Warden and the 3 bonded Outriders.
That's after the change with Gate Warden Knights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taken hold. Number 3, Orcs. Equatorial Hordes and the Freebooter Crew, taken hold.
Okay.
Number 2, Dark Angels, Company of Hunters, Dark Flight Pursuit with Recon. And lastly, Leagues of Oton, finishing first with the Hearthguard Covenant, Needguard Oathband, priority assets. They ran an Uther the Destined with 5 Iron Hero Hearthguard.
Okay.
A Call with 10 Iron Hero Hearthguard. A Mimnir Strategist with 6 Steeljacks.
Yeah.
Had a annoying Bury Agnerson running around. A Capricus Carrier. 3 3-man Brokir Thunderkin. A 5-man's I'm pronouncing this wrong. Sithonian Berserks.
Sithonian Berserks.
2 Hecaton Land Fortresses, a 10-man Hurricane Jaegers, and a 3-man Ironkin Steeljacks with melee weapons.
Okay.
And we are now caught up to date, minus a few of the smaller ones.
Very nice. Still a lot of factions not seen there at all.
Yes.
I just want to mention, after all your complaints about salamanders, there wasn't a single salamander on that list.
True.
Yeah. But Emperor's Children was a lot.
Yeah, they're dominating right now, it seems like.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't put them on that data slate because they weren't sure what to hit to try and nerf them. So they went, well, we're nerfing the Defiler. Maybe if we hit the Defiler real hard because of the other factions, maybe it'll knock them down a little bit. Right. And it didn't at all.
Yeah.
From the looks of it.
Well, the other problem is demons didn't get hit that hard at all. I assume for the same reason. They probably didn't think demons, like, what do we touch to stop demons? And then I heard demons a lot just then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can see the next correction probably getting, I don't know if they'll hit demons just because I don't know what they'll hit to do anything to demons other than just a point increase.
Yeah, or make all the individual Legion detachments, Blood Legion, Scintillating Legion, all those, make those 3 detachment points.
Make them all 2, so you can't take them together.
Well, they're 2 right now, and then they're taking one of the 1-pointers.
That's fair.
But I think that might be too much. I would rather just see them go up a little bit in points. But
well, I don't know what they're going to do to Emperor's Children either. I mean, literally, it's their army rule that's causing the problem right now. And I feel like that was their thing. They were like, it's the army rule causing the problem, and we can't do anything about their army rule. Like, we have to rework the whole rule to fix the problem.
see, it worked out well enough. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but it worked out well enough when you had no anti-tank, because you had the ability to get across the board, but you couldn't kill tanks reliably, right?
Yeah.
Now that you have anti-tank, that rule is way too strong to stay the army rule unless they're going to adjust some other stuff. And I think what they're probably going to do is just make you even more elite than you already are.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks, but...
It does.
Well, either that or they're just... I could see them across the board making it where you can't take, which I guess it really doesn't do much, but they could increase the points and make it where you could only take 2 defilers.
Yeah.
And taking the 2 defilers is cutting out, I don't know, I guess they could up the defilers another 20 or 30 points.
They're already basically dead in the water, but they're not.
Well, not
Emperor's Children need them.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, they'll, with Emperor's Children, we'll drop whatever we need to take 2 of them because it's the only way we're killing a tank.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, the only other thing I could think of is they could take Carnival of Excess and make it a 3-point.
Yeah,
that would probably do it.
That would help. I think you just run back to running Coterie at that point, but...
Yeah, but it's still not as good, and it kills the demon part of
absolutely
of the thing, because that, I think, from what the list he was talking about, that seems to be what's dominating is when it's such a wombo combo to do what. It's such a bad way to put that. It's such a combo. It's such a combo to do Carnival Excess, which then makes Demonettes your battle line, and then take Frenzied Host, which then gives your battle line sustain hits 1, or lethals or something, and then on top of that, Carnival of Excess gives you sustains anyways.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm right about that. I think I'm wrong. I think it's something different.
Want to see the correct answer over and over again be just make the detachment 3 points, but I do think in this situation that's one of the best ways to adjust Emperor's Children.
Short-term fix?
Till their codex,
Until their codex. Now, I'm going to ask this question just because I think for those who may be new, like me, how far ahead are the codex already written? Like, we already know Orcs and Space Marines are done, and they're just printing them, making copies right now, whatever.
I have an answer for you, but I'll let RJ answer what he was going to say about the detachment first.
Oh, okay.
So, Frenzied Host does not give that benefit. Frenzied Host is Emperor's Children battle line unit, which, by the way, when you take Carnival of Excess, Demonettes are battle line.
Yeah.
Selected to make an advance/fallback move that units attacks have a +1 strength until the end of turn.
Ooh.
So what they're doing is they're running Demonettes up into something, they're falling back with them, and then because of our army rule, we can charge again, and they're getting a +1 strength to their melee attacks. And Demonettes don't need a +1 strength to their melee.
Also, the Lord Exultant counts as part of the unit that's a battle line unit whenever he's leading incursors or infractors. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Actually, so you know what they should do? And this doesn't make any sense lore-wise. They should just make Carnival of Excess have the host tag.
Yeah. That way you can't take it with it. Yeah. And then you don't have to make it 3.
Frenzy. Yep.
So to answer your question, Brian, most of the time in previous editions, playtesters get the codex 6 months ahead of time.
Okay.
Now that's internal playtesters.
Sure.
External playtesters get the codex 1 month ahead of time, which is where we start seeing leaks come out, right? Because they've got the codex. People that aren't supposed to talk. They tell people things about it they're excited about, then it winds up leaking out. But that means most of the time codexes are made 6 months in advance of their release.
Okay.
Which is why you wind up with codexes that are answers to problems factions had before they got nerfed. And so you wind up with codexes like the Death Guard's last codex, where they got even worse when the codex came out. Or World Eaters is a great example. World Eaters were really strong, and the army rule was really strong, and they got nerfed to the point where their battle line went down to strength 4 instead of strength 5, and went up in points and could only go in 10s. And then their codex came out and also changed the army rule to be much worse, and changed the detachments to be much worse. And so the codex didn't know those other changes were going to happen because it had already been written. And so there was no need to shove the World Eater's head into the dirt the way that they did.
So why, once, I guess the question would be, and you had no way to answer this, is like, okay, the codex comes out, and then the next change that you make 2 or 3 months down the road, or 1, depending on, you quietly undo what you did to make them less strong in the first place, and then let the codex be the rule of the day.
Well, they could. The real issue is that it's not one codex that comes out 6 months after, right? It's all of them in the chain. And so they're all playing against each other before all those updates. And so whenever it comes time for the updates to come out, GW is focused on balancing the game as it is right now, not fixing the ones that got bad codexes.
Oh, okay.
And that's why your codexes, when they came out, were useless in 10th edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that some codexes were already changed. Some of the rules were already changed because of what
they should, like, and they'll never do this, but they should, for like $15 or $20, they should just sell you a code that you can buy and type it into your little Warhammer app to get access to it digitally. And then when they made changes to the codex, they could just change it in the app, and then I wouldn't have to buy the physical copy unless I really wanted to.
The other problem, which RJ, you might remember me bringing this up the other day, but I don't know if Brian was there when we were talking about it. GW does this thing with physical media where they have a set amount of time before they're allowed to change what is in the physical media because of licensing. So you will wind up with, like, Gene Stealer cults. The codex was wrong before it came out. Before you could buy it, the army rule had already changed. So they couldn't completely rewrite the army rule into something that worked better, because if you went and bought the physical codex or the physical data cards, then you would have something that was already very wrong and not just a little wrong. And there's like a sliding scale in the UK as to how much you can change before you're taking advantage of your customers. And so RJ's 100% right. If they would just go to digital rules, they could fix all of this. Just as you said, let me buy a code, put all the rules up online, and just let me play, and you can change them. I don't need to buy a book, but it's a mess.
But I mean, why do that when you can charge me $60 for a codex that's not right?
Yeah,
that has the code in it.
Yeah. Thankfully, they won't be 60 this time, but still more than we should be paying.
Unless you get the collector.
Limited, yeah. But then you chose to do that. That's on you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying get rid of physical copies. I'm just saying that for the people that don't want to spend that much money on a physical copy that does not, isn't right.
Yeah.
Then why not just let me do that? I mean,
you know what the easiest fix is? Digital rules for the game, and then every edition you roll out art books that with the it's the new launch for the new codex for this faction. You can buy the limited edition. It'll be the rules and the art with the lore all together, or you can just buy the art book with the lore if you want it, and also buy the code to be able to unlock the changes. And then now you have your physical book that can be, it won't be wrong, and you still have your rules, and you can still sell expensive art books because people will buy them. I'll buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I I hate to say this, but it looks like the data slate changes nerfing what they wanted to nerf did what they wanted them to do. I mean,
Yeah.
the things that we have seen winning after the data slate are the things the people they didn't touch at all.
Yeah.
Or helped.
So,
Yeah, or that they helped, yes.
yeah. Yeah, which some of
Custodies
them
got
needed
buffed
help.
up for sure.
Some of them needed help. I
Yep.
don't know if they needed that much help, but they needed help. I mean, Emperor's Children didn't need help. Them
No.
reducing points on stuff was
No,
insane.
Lucius didn't need to go down. Why did he go down?
Neither did Fulcrum. I'm really surprised we didn't see Fulcrum played.
Yeah. I think it's just because people are so used to him being bad that they're not ready to bring him yet. I think next week's episode, when Brian hits us with the changes or the tournaments that have had some time to sit with the changes, I think will be really interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I still don't think they'll take Fulcrum.
Probably not.
But I am intrigued to see if people start branching out a little bit more, because I feel like this first intro into it, everybody kind of looked at the rules and went, "Oh, these are the armies that are going to dominate. These are what we're going to play."
Yeah.
And I think that's why we haven't seen as much variety.
Also, I just want to point out, we didn't see any Ultramarines, but we saw a lot of Dark Angels, and all of a sudden Brian's playing a lot of Dark Angels.
I was playing Dark Angels before that happened. That was my second army, sir, and you know it.
I know. I'm teasing you. But, no, I just hope we'll get to see some more stuff from factions we haven't got to see yet. I mean, the Orc Codex is about to come out, and following that will be the Space Marine Codex, and that will tell us what the rest of the editions codexes are going to be like. And I just hope we get some good stuff for the armies that need it.
If rumors are true, Space Marines will change a lot.
Yeah.
That will be interesting. That will shake up the whole meta, which may be what they're waiting for. They may be slow patching stuff and just kind of like trying to put a Band-Aid on it. And then when the Codex compliant Space Marine Codex comes out, and we hit that big change, we might see a whole lot of stuff happen.
Still, it would be awesome if the Ultramarines got their own codex, but
yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it should go back to the way it was in 8th, where all of them got their own book. I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, that's wasteful. Nobody's going to buy the Raven Guard and the White Scars book." I will. Well,
there's a little thing called print on demand, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Trey, this isn't going to happen, but I'd find it super, super funny if this Space Marine Codex that everybody's thinking is going to be the Codex compliant book is actually just the Blood Angels Codex.
That would be pretty funny. That would explain why Blood Angels got no changes in the data slates, because they don't want to buff them or nerf them before they get a brand new army rule.
That would be awesome, because that would confirm like all kinds of things. It would confirm that all the Codex compliant Space Marines are going to get their own book, most likely. And it would probably confirm that Ultramarines aren't going to have Oath of the Moment anymore.
Yeah. No, whatever Space Marine Codex comes out first confirms it for all of them, right? If the generic one comes out first, and like it seems like it's probably going to, and they don't have Oath of the Moment, Blood Angels will lose it, Dark Angels will lose it. It'll be really interesting to see for sure.
But they won't lose it. They won't lose it until their codexes come out, right?
Unless they decide to go ahead and do a patch on that.
Well, unless that codex is their codex.
Yeah. It's also
if it's
possible.
a generic codex like that, then it'll just be like, oh, well, this is you lose it.
It's possible that they go, hey, for all Space Marines except Black Templars, this is the new army rule until your codex has come out.
Oh, okay.
Oof. That would be rough.
Yeah, so then it would be, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, until then their codex has come out. We'd have whatever the new generic Space Marine one would be, which would be Combat Doctrines most likely, which wouldn't be terrible for Blood Angels and Space Wolves or Dark Angels.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But I'm wondering, so either they're keeping Oath of the Moment and they nerf Space Ultramarines that bad because they're scared they'll be really good still.
Yeah.
If they don't, or they've changed the army rule for the codex compliance, and they think the army rule is good enough that if they didn't triple nerf Ultramarines this data slate, that they would take off and be too good.
See,
for the meta.
that's why I think Ultramarines got hit that hard now, is because the Blade of Ultramar detachment is a better version of Gladius. And so it must be changing if Combat Doctrines are going to wind up being the army rule. And it must be changing to something that's pretty solid if they're that scared of Ultramarines.
Yeah. I hate to say this, and it's not always true, but typically when a faction gets nerfed out of nowhere before their codex comes out, it's because they're scared the codex coming out is going to be too good.
Yes.
And that was the response to it because they can't change the codex because it's already been printed.
Right. And the rumors right now are that Space Marines are going to be much stronger. I mean, Brian, you covered them, 2-3 weeks ago? That Phobos will get 2 more movement. Tacticus goes up to strength toughness 5.
Yes, Tacticus armor goes up strength 5. Phobos armor Phobos Marines get bigger movement. And the assumption is that if Tacticus armor goes up to 5, then Terminator goes up to 6, Gravis goes up to 7, which means unless some of the smaller stuff. I mean, I guess my thing is, why else? Because didn't the boys' weapons go up to like 5?
Yes, they did.
So boys can now wound terminate regular Tacticus armor Space Marines on 3s.
I just realized a terrible thing. If that rumor's true, Tacticus goes up to 5s. World Eaters aren't going to get back that pip of strength for Berserkers to go back up to strength 5 until our Codex comes out. We're just going to be hitting at strength 4s until the Codex comes out.
Yo, they're going to be down there Imperial agents. Damn. That's not any better. I mean, it's not too bad. Most of my weapons on my infractors and stuff are like 5s.
Well, the right way to do it, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but the right way to do it is that's the truth with Space Marines, is that every codex comes out bumps up the power of the weapons in that army, Then
what's the point?
There's still a point. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's like...
I'm not talking about every weapon. I'm talking about some of the weapons. What do you mean? What's the point?
Well,
you'll still
at
be
that point. You just keep
5.
You just keep you keep the tactics at toughness 4, and then you just keep.
Okay.
I mean, it's like at one point it's like, okay, scouts are.
You're not understanding.
Tacticus armor is scouts. Tacticus armor is now toughness 8, but don't worry, everybody's
what I'm saying.
Everybody's regular weapon is now strength 10.
Brian,
so it's like,
if you take Tacticus to toughness 5 and you don't change anything for other armies, there are armies that now wound Space Marines, regular battle line Space Marines, on 6s, Brian. You have to bring up some of their weapons.
I understand that, but I understand it, but it's just like there are other games that are like they start making things more powerful, and then it's just like, well, by the time the next edition comes out of whatever, or the next set comes out, it's like, well, we made all these things, everything's now powerful, so we have to start upping the ante again, and then you just have ridiculous 2-card combos in every.
I get where you're coming from, but 10th edition was the reset.
Right.
We reset at 8th, we reset at 10th, we'll reset again at 12th.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want my intercessors to be a toughness 5.
I just think that if you're going to go up to toughness 5, then maybe things that have been held back, like Khorne Berserkers, with their chain axes that in lore kill Space Marines all the time, should also go up to toughness 5, like the Orc Choppas.
I think if you so we'll do battle line. I think battle line to battle line, unless you are a
Guardsman.
I can understand like Rangers and Vanguards from Mechanicus, Crute, things that don't really have a whole lot of armor and stuff. I can and aren't made to shoot Space Marines.
Yeah.
Not being able to really shoot Space Marines.
Yeah.
But I think battle line to battle line, Space Marine wise, their strength of their weapons and their toughness should match. Because when battle line's fighting battle line, there should be an equal fight. It should be hey, if I get into you first and roll really well, I'm going to kill most of your squad. If you get into me first and do really well, you're going to kill most of mine. It's like a 50-50 chance of we'll take each other out.
Yeah, I don't think Termagant should be wounding on 4s to Space Marines, but Tyranid Warriors should.
Yeah, Term should be a 5. I would say my Mechanicus, I don't mind being 5s, but the Rangers, I think, are 5s to wound, or they're 4s. But the Vanguard has anti-infantry 4 up, so they're always 4s no matter their strength.
But they're also your battle line, so it kind of balances out.
So, but if you start raising the toughness of Space Marines, you're just no one's going to be able to kill them.
Brian, let me give you one final
have a hard time killing them now, most of the time.
In 10th edition, right at the end of 9th edition, going into 10th edition, generic Codex Space Marines went to 2 wounds. Chaos Space Marines didn't get that change until 2 years later, when their Codex finally came out for 10th edition, and they got their 2nd wound that everybody knew they should have had the entire time. They were the bottom of the barrel for all of 10th until their Codex came out. Because every other Marine variant, including Death Guard, including World Eaters, including Thousand Suns, had more wounds than them.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an interesting transition because I played in 8th, pretty much skipped all of 9th, and then played with y'all in 10th.
Yeah.
And so going from typically when I fought Space Marines, it was an even fight of if I did wounds to you, a bunch of your models died. If you did wounds to me, a bunch of my models died. Into 10th edition, where it feels like I'm kind of punching a brick wall fighting Space Marines most of the time.
Yeah.
Especially with my battle line and Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm just okay, this 2 wounds suck because everything I have is a 1 wound shot.
Yeah.
So I have to.
RJ, you would shoot the shit out of my Space Marines.
At 1 wound apiece?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that my experience with playing against your stuff is if I throw them out in the open, a 10-man unit is gone.
Yeah, but that's 3 units shooting it, not 1. It used to be I could take half the squad out with a Ranger or Vanguard unit.
Okay.
You should be glad you came in at 2 wound Marines, Brian.
Yeah. Space Marines used to get knocked off the board a lot easier.
I will say, if they do make the change, my assumption would be, because the one thing that I don't get is you look at intercessors, the brand new power armor, their Primaris, 2 wounds, toughness 4, 3 up save.
Yeah.
Then you look at the tiny little scout squad. They ain't Primaris. They're tiny. Their armor ain't Primaris. Yet their stat sheet is 2 wounds.
Scouts are Primaris.
They are? Then how come they're tiny?
They're just not finished growing yet.
Oh, okay. Well, still, the only difference between the two is the scouts are the only Space Marine infantry unit in the entire army that has 4 up save.
Yeah. And that's crazy, because Space Marines used to be 4 up saves across the board. Space Marines have consistently gotten stronger over the course of the editions.
I mean, I understand the frustration for non-Space Marine players, but we just listened to a full month of results that if it wasn't salamanders and they're
Oh yeah, they hit Librarius way too hard.
then, well, I mean, even before Librarius got hit, you didn't hear about Ultramarines.
Yeah,
I had 3 weeks of results that had no Ultramarines in the list. And
I think it's
in the
because
beginning,
of the Codex coming.
Well, I'm just saying, in the beginning, and when 11 first came out, we were seeing a lot of Ultramarines.
Oh yeah,
But without any changes, Ultramarine players started disappearing. And
I will warn you of this too, Brian. GW nerfed Tau for 2 editions straight to the point where they were at a 37% win rate because of what Tau were doing in 7th edition.
Right. Oh, I know.
GW can be vindictive sometimes.
Yes, but you guys always say they won't be vindictive to their poster boys.
I didn't think they would. I said it last time. I didn't think they'd hit Ultramarines that hard. I really didn't. I'll eat crow and say I was wrong. I've never seen Ultramarines get hit that hard.
Yeah, I haven't really played them since then, to be honest. But I was starting to go into Dark Angels anyway.
Yeah.
They'll
come back around with the Codex. They will.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still want to build some things and get some new units out there, but I only have one army that's playable for 2,000 points, and the next closest was Dark Angels.
Yeah, and they also had 1,000 Suns, which made it a big feels bad for you.
But I mean, I only have 1,000 points. 1,200 points of 1,000 Suns. I haven't got Magnus built yet, so I mean, I'll still do that. But I just hadn't touched Dark Angels since like the 4th month I started playing the game a year ago. So, and even then, my Dark Angel Space Marines were. The combat patrol was basically just regular Space Marines.
Yeah.
So now that I've got the Inner Circle Companions painted and the Deathwing Knights, at least now I'm a little bit more Dark Angel-y.
Yeah. Do you remember, Brian, that RJ and I had talked about before that in previous editions, Space Marines were a horde army?
A horrible army, you said?
Horde army.
Horde army, yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, you're running a bunch of units, but they're all worthless, And that was Space Marines. It didn't make any sense. Why were Space Marines a horde army?
Well, they're definitely not now. Even though your Space Wolves were much more hordy than my Dark Angels this past weekend.
It's just because how big the unit sizes are. The Blood Claws and the Grey Hunters are all default 10. I can't take them less than that.
I mean, good Lord. I had, 2 10-man units? The Hellblasters and I guess I had 3. I had the Hellblasters, the Infernus Marines, and the Intercessors.
To that, I say, Finriciolda!
Yeah, what's your dude that got eaten by Infernus Marines have to
Logan
say?
Grimnar, my chapter master.
Yeah.
Brian spent all that game complaining that I was winning everything. I was killing everything I tried to kill.
You were.
I failed 7 of my 9 charges. I lost to both squads of Thunderwolf before they could do anything. And then he ate Logan Grimnar and all 5 Terminators with 10 Infernus Marines, which cost half of what that unit cost, and still was complaining.
Because I was still going to lose the game. At that point, the score was like 34 to something.
Yeah, but you don't
or
get
37 to
that you're losing terribly when you kill half my army.
Well, because even you had said the game's over and I'm going to win.
Yeah, because I was going to win because I was ahead of you by 30 points.
Yeah, exactly.
You still killed Logan Grimnar with Infernus Marines.
Well, I would complain that you killed one-shotted 4 of my Blade Guard and Asmodai.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was with space.
Great.
It was with Terminators. I guess that would be punching down for you.
Yes.
You guys have a thing against my Blade Guard.
No, it's just unfortunately Blade Guard are easy to kill.
And you have a thing against my Intercessors.
I do, yes. I don't like your Intercessors.
I don't know why. I didn't even have a lieutenant with them.
The worst part is I love my own Blade Guard, and they also die just as quickly.
Well, it's just funny. It's that they have 4-up saves, and Doug and his Chaos Demons have 4-up saves, and I can do 21 shots into him, and he's like, "Oh, I save them all." I'm like, I needed 6 saves, and I failed every one. It's like, well, okay.
RJ, I rolled 13 ones on that Infernus save with Logan.
Oof.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I won't lie.
All right, gentlemen, we got anything else for tonight?
No, I think everybody can side with me about how Ultramarines got screwed, so I'm good.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm just excited for the codexes.
Oh, hey, what models are we going to have finished by the next time, gentlemen?
I should have my gray in by then. I'm going to try and get these scouts done, these Space Wolf scouts.
What about you, RJ? I know your significant other takes up all your time.
I'm going to try to finish these infractors. I need to. Then I can actually play the list I want to play with Emperor's Children. Though I may hold off playing against anybody with them for a little bit and see what happens.
So anyway, my model is I'm currently painting Lionel Johnson, and I hope to have it done by the time our next show starts.
Nice. Okay. Well, if RJ's doing Infractors, I'm doing Wolf Scouts, and you're doing a Primarch, that's about the same, right?
I would think so.
My hope is to have all 10 infractors done.
There you go.
But I'm optimistic and know that that's probably not going to happen. I'm probably only going to get 5 done. So,
I mean, I'm sure your Wolf Scouts are stronger than Lionel Johnson.
They're definitely not. They're definitely not. All right. Well, until next time, then. I've been Trey.
I'm Brian, and the Emperor protects.
and I'm RJ.
This has been the Low Rollers. That's the right title.
Rollers.
I'm still a little high on Tamiya right now.
And look for that link sometime next week.